Good evening, everyone. We're grateful that you're able to view this video this evening. We have the opportunity, all of us, to make choice at any given time. It's something that we need to think about as we move further into the situation with the pandemic. We at the Onset Spiritualist Church believe in the afterlife, and this is comforting. We know that even though our loved ones leave the journey here in the physical form, they continue in the life after. So we want to open this up to everyone that's viewing this, that this is a belief that we have and we prove. We're grateful as we make an intention this evening that the world is in the comfort of Infinite's arms, that everything is divinely guided, and that at this time, that everyone that is in harm's way or in a situation where there's suffering, that the healing forces from the spirit side, the angels, those master teachers that walk this earth, comfort and give solace to those that are suffering. We ask that the service this evening gives comfort to those that are watching it and to those that may be in and around them at this time. We ask that the healing forces reach out to the world, to the universe. And we ask this in the Lord's Prayer. If you'd like to join me. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. During this part of the service, we would like to have a reflection, something that you can open up to with your higher knowing. And I'll have Lisa come to the podium.
Good evening. This is a reflection on Chicken Soup for the Soul by Jack Canfield. On courage. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Mark Twain. Many years ago, when I worked as a volunteer at Stanford Hospital, I got to know a little girl named Liza who was suffering from a rare and serious disease. Her only chance of recovery appeared to be a blood transfusion from her 5-year-old brother, who had miraculously survived the same disease and had developed the antibodies needed to combat the illness. The other doctor explained the situation to her little brother and asked the boy if he would be willing to give his blood to his sister. I saw him hesitate for only a moment before taking a deep breath and saying, "Yes, I'll do it if it will save Liza." As the transfusion progressed, he lay in a bed next to his sister and smiled, as we all did, seeing the color returning to her cheeks. Then his face grew pale and his smile faded. He looked up at the doctor and asked with a trembling voice, "Will I start to die right away?" Being young, the boy had misunderstood the doctor. He thought he was going to have to give her all of his blood. Dan Millman. You will find as you look back upon your life that the moments that stand out, the moments when you have really lived, are the moments when you have done things in the spirit of love. Thank you.
That was a wonderful story, and everything is being challenged in our emotional base as far as having compassion and understanding. We're all being taxed right now. So there's many things that you can utilize on YouTube and the internet that will uplift you and give you courage and strength and help you when we're going through this traumatic situation. we have just, Lisa has just videoed again Dr. Catherine Kraft, and she's giving us phenomenal information during this time that we can utilize. Please look to our website at www.churchnumber1.org, and you can view this. So moving into more of our church service here, I'd like to go over the declaration of principles that we try to apply as spiritualists on a daily basis in our lives. And you can listen, or for those who are joining us as our church folks, you can say them along with us. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that the communication with the so-called dead is in fact scientifically proven by the phenomenon of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We affirm the moral responsibility of the individuals and that we make our own happiness and unhappiness as we obey or disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any soul here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing are divine attributes proven through mediumship. We believe that divine love is manifested through loving service of all life. I'd like to also introduce the Ho'oponopono prayer, and anyone can utilize this prayer. This prayer was brought to us by Saint Germain, the master teacher who walked this earthly journey and asked if we could be relieved from our karmic debt, obviously the negative. And it was given to him, the violet flame, and it was given to us to say on a daily basis. And we are working every day to bring the tube of light mantra into our lives. And this is something that you can do on your own. Beloved, I am presence bright. Round me seal your tube of light. From ascended master's flame, call forth now in God's own name. Let it keep my temple free from all discord sent to me. I am calling forth the violet fire to blaze and transmute all desire, keeping on in freedom's name till I am one with the violet flame. Now we'll go to the Ho'oponopono prayer. Dear infinite Mother, Father, God, I realize that I am responsible for everything in my consciousness that is creating my reality. I am sorry. Please forgive me for the memories, patterns, and imprints in my consciousness that no longer serve my highest good, and I forgive myself and I let go. I thank you for this opportunity to release what no longer serves me. I love you. Please forgive me. I am sorry. Thank you. And now we're about to step into our healing part of our church service. And normally during church service, we have hands-on healing. But we will do our meditation as usual. And so this is the time to take yourself into a nice state, sit in a comfortable place, and allow yourself to just let go. But before we go there, we have a powerful prayer as spiritualists. We believe thoughts are things. You can do absentee healing. You can send love and light out to anyone. And this is the time that we can all make a difference in our lives and in the world, in the universe, by saying this powerful prayer, by taking the time to visualize healing and joy and the doors opening to freedom in our lives, and for our evolution in the knowledge that we've learned to be compassionate, loving creatures to all. This prayer is a powerful prayer again. We say it for everyone on our healing list and all in the world. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing forth to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help, and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and the power of God. So again, this is the time that we take to go within. So find yourself a nice special place that you can relax, be sequestered by yourself, or you might be with family. This is a good time to take family time to just kind of sit and meditate. And allow yourself to let go. Allow yourself to commune with Infinite. It's a very special time when we're in the still. We receive. So again, allow yourself the opportunity to rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul. And as we are aligning with our higher self, allow yourself to gently close your eyes. And we'll all take a nice deep breath in through the nose, but pulling from the solar plexus, a nice deep breath. And hold, 1, 2, 3, and release. Release. Let go of any fear, any troubles, any worries, just for this moment. And visualize energy, outside energy, just washing all to the very ground that your feet are on, and down deep into Mother Earth. Allow the very crown of your head to start to soften and go down through the temple in your jaw, and relax your jaw. Relax the upper part of your neck that stems into your shoulders, allowing the front and the back of your chest, your hips, to your thighs, to your knees, your calves, and your shins, and ankles. Just allow yourself to be in the stillness as the universal forces start to come closer to you. As we call upon the angelic kingdom to surround each and every one of us, to uplift us, to heal us and restore us for our highest and best good. And as we are in this beautiful state, allow yourself to visualize, in appearing behind you, a beautiful waterfall. And you are sitting on the ledge that comes out, and below you is a beautiful pool of transformational water. And where you are on this ledge, with the waterfall behind you, you just get a trickling of the waterfall, like you would when you walk by somebody that had their sprinkler on. But is it enough, and it is enough, to kind of break down as the water gently comes along the very top of your head and trickles down your body? It feels soothing. It feels warm and comforting. And etherically, this is a transforming water where it takes the layer of despair off of your shoulders, off of your aura, allowing this water. And as it comes down, you can see like paper, tricklings of paper coming off of you, like layers, and they're all trickling down into the transformational water below you. So you have let go of despair. And as it hits the pool of water, it goes down in a spiral, bringing it only to the higher perspective of love as you release and let go. Taking a deep breath. Now we're allowing the feelings and the emotions of fear to be released from your body. And as the water comes down, see the trickling of the little pieces of paper coming off your whole body, your aura, releasing any fear or anger or grief right off of your whole etheric body. See it going down into the pool below you, trickling into the spiral, transforming to a higher vibration of love as you let go and you let God. Now you start to feel relieved and released from the bondage of despair, fear, grief, sorrow, anger. Now you see yourself gently standing up, walking away from the waterfall, and the sun just beams down upon you in a very delicate, warm vibration. And this is enlivening you, bringing you into a higher perspective, aligning each of the euphoric fields of your body into the highest vibration of love, truth, knowing, and knowledge. Now allow yourself the vision of peace and see yourself gently expanding your arms out to the sun. And with that expansion, you are sending light into the world, around the world, seeing peace on earth, peace and good health to your fellow man. Then vision yourself as you gently bring your hands back to yourself. And you start to feel more and more rejuvenated, enlivened, and in your truth, that knowing only love is real. Allow yourself a few minutes to gather your knowledge of the new beginning, the new world that you are manifesting. And gently come back, slowly, into the room that you're in, into your body, feeling your hands and your fingers and your toes, aligning with your aura and on the earth plane and balancing yourself. And when you're ready, just open your eyes and feel the rejuvenation of your sense of knowing that you are safe, you are protected, and the world is healing. So be it. Now we're moving into our next segment of our service, and that's our lecture. And this is where we want to inspire folks to realize that we aren't alone. And as spiritualists, we believe that in the continuity of life. And I believe that we're in a new millennium of educating people on this. This is our chance and our choice to help one another in this way. For the biggest fear that people are having now, am I going to die? Am I going to lose my loved ones? So this, as spiritualists, is where we can take the gauntlet, we can take the light to our brothers and sisters and tell them the many stories and the proof of the continuity of life that there is no death, there is no dying, that we go on, we move on, and our loved ones desperately try to show us, but we have to be open and receptive to the many ways that they do show us, not the way that we want them to magically appear, which they can inform to us, and it's been proven and shown, but they may work the way in the best way that they can from the spirit side to bring us the messages that they're still with us. In fact, even more with us, much easier to be with us than even though when we were on this earth plane. We also know as spiritualists that this journey that we have, that we're still on this earth plane, that we have to utilize our principles in our daily lives. And when we follow the golden rule, we're compassionate, kind, caring, and loving to one another. And at this time, we're being challenged because our humanness is being challenged. We're being challenged to have faith and trust in a power greater than ourselves without evidence, unless we are not acknowledging the evidence, unless we are opened in meditation and open to those on the spirit side that are working through. So this is where, as I entice us all as spiritualists, to share your stories. Share the stories that you have about your loved ones contacting you, giving you the messages. And as little and minute as they possibly are, they're still a message. Spirit uses symbols, and they use anything they can to prove the continuity of life. And again, this is where we're being challenged to help one another, to be kind and loving, compassion, to use our principles, and to believe and have trust that everything is divine, in divine order. And I would just like to share, because I want to entice other people to share. When my son passed to the spirit side in 2015, I was graced. I feel that the angels and those on the spirit side, my family, held me in the comforting arms of the angels. For it was very perplexing to me that I did not connect to the ability that I had to connect with that deep, unbelievable grief that you can have losing a child. I had to second guess myself. And in my time of aloneness with this, I remember speaking to my son on the spirit side, and he in fact knew I believed in the spirit side. He wasn't all believing of it when he was here. He might have wondered about his mother, but he did. I gave him enough information. So I remember being in my room and saying to him, Ben, I'm so sorry. Truth came for me, only truth. Ben, I don't understand. I'm sorry, I am so sorry. I do not understand why I can't even walk and I can't even talk. I don't know what it is. But you know I love you. You know I love you more than anything in the world, and I would do anything. And then I would retract and I'd say, okay, Ben, I don't want to stop you. You need to go. You need to be on the spirit side. Mom's okay. I'm doing fine. You need to go and do what you need to do on the spirit side. It was amazing. And when I reflect back, it was amazing that I held myself up so well. The relationship I had with this child, there's no words. And the thing is that what happened, what started to unfold, was he was starting to show me signs. And when I was sitting on my computer doing his eulogy, all of a sudden, I started to feel like little thing like touches alongside my neck. And for those who don't know, I had, didn't know until I went to Lifelining's screening that I had a clogged artery. And the week that Benjamin passed, probably 2 days before that, he was going to take me for my pre-op in Boston because he enjoyed it and liked driving there. And he wasn't able to, no, it wasn't that he wasn't able to, of course he wasn't afterwards, but I had gotten a call from the office saying that you don't have to come, we can do it by phone. So I remember calling him and telling him, Ben, you don't have to take me, and his last words were to me, Mom, this is really serious. This is really serious. I don't want to lose you. I don't know what I would do without you. So that was a gift that I always will have in my heart from him. Little did I know, 2 or 3 days after that, he would pass to the spirit side. So he knew I had my operation. So when I was sitting there in the eulogy, what I thought was a possible spider or a fly touching my neck, as I sat and allowed it to happen, as I looked everywhere around me, there was no bugs, there was nothing, was I felt my son touching each part. I had staples all along my neck, each part all the way down. And I knew it was him. That was not long after we passed. At all, within a week. So they can come quicker than we realize. The other wonderful message, as little as you may think it is, we were having his memorial in my yard, and under tents, his after party, after celebration. And we were setting up the tents, or I was helping in orchestrating it. And I'm walking out, and I looked down and said, there was a little teeny frog. And I thought, oh, and I picked it up. And I said to my sister-in-law, I said, this is from Ben. I know this is from Ben. Well, little did I know, until my daughter told me, I believe, little did I know that Benjamin's Facebook, he always tried to save me from anything that he puts on Facebook or anything that I might not find appropriate or something. Not that he did inappropriate things, but he was just being kind. I wasn't allowed on his Facebook page for that. And they said, Mom, that's Ben's picture on his Facebook page. That is his motto, the frog. So see, simple things like this, you have to look for, folks. And also, when you ask your angels for signs and you get 444, 1111, 222, 555, Doreen Virtue put out a book years ago about the numbers. Or you can get it and access it right now on internet. Do this now so that you won't feel the fear and that you know that this journey here is quick. We need to do our work while we're here. We don't need to add to the fear. We need to be the beacons of strength and light for one another. And we need to trust in the dark. We need to trust that we can find our way. And I'd like to end with this segment that I've gotten from Susan Northbrook, who's a trance medium. I opened to this page. It's very interesting. We are in a time of decision. Will we remain satisfied living in a space of denial and arrogance and ignorance and unresolved issues? This is a time that is calling each and every one of us to step up to the plate with a deep dedication to our loved ones, our relationships, our lives, and ourselves. We are called to learn how to live and speak our truth with love, compassion, understanding, and forgiveness for others and ourselves. We are excitingly on the threshold of the old and new, of the light and dark, of illusion and truth, and adventure and complacency. She wrote, I believe it is an awesome time. There can be no doubt there is a reason we find ourselves at this point we are in at this time. We have created it. And she says, while I'm here, I consider that the powerful gift I've been given comes with responsibility, which is to give love and to live love on this plane. That's the essence of all of our work. That we have the gift of the knowing, that we are here for a short time in a journey for our soul evolution, and how we treat one another and how we add to the despair or enhance love and light is our duty to the world and to each other. So, as you ponder and think, this is the time to renew your life, to think of all the things that you want to shift and change in your life. And if you're in despair, reach out. We cannot be in physical form with one another now, but we can be in emotional. So reach out to your brother and sister and share your stories online. Start to put out there your experience from when you've lost your loved ones and the many signs that they've given you. And this will help those that are losing their loved ones. As I have my own mother who has the virus. We just learned a couple of days ago. And that I'm diligently trying to work with the nursing home that she's in to make sure she has the proper care. And that I have to have the faith, if I pray to my loved ones in the spirit side of my family, that they will help her. And that I have to stay steady so I can be the beacon of knowing what's the best to help the nurses and to help her. We have to trust. We have to give strength to one another at this time. And I ask with all sincerity that the love and light to go out to each and every one of you, and that our churches are blessed and our church folks are healed and healthy, and that the world will survive this, and we will come back anew with greater knowledge and greater understanding and greater compassion for each other. God's blessings. Thank you. So now we're into our next segment for our church service. And this is where we prove the continuity of life by bringing in our loved ones. And we usually have an upbeat song to play. You can sing along with it. And this is to raise the vibration again. Now, I will be bringing in whoever comes to me. It would be your job to place them. I'll do my best to give the description, personality. If something in the whole doesn't match, and most of it does, take it. It's important. We do our best as mediums to get out of the way. Spirit uses us to funnel the information through symbols and so forth. And we do our best to step out of the way. But everything isn't 100%, so give yourself an opening with this. If you can place pieces and parts of it, let us know. Because again, when we let each other know, other people say, well, wow, that person came in for that person, and gee, So please like and share all of the services that the spiritualists are doing out there. Because it's important to prove the continuity. So people are enlightened and have faith and hope. Thank you. And now we'll have our music. Great song, isn't it? It's just lovely music. If we play it, I hope people were dancing and raising their vibration of love. I have a woman that steps forward here, and she's showing me that she would have had a beautiful home with a beautiful picture window. And when people would come to visit her, there was the dining room, so the table, she's sitting on the table, and I'm looking out over water. Okay, so there's water here, so I'm feeling she lived near the water, and this place, I believe it was either a home or a place that maybe even vacationed. I don't get her as a large frame woman. She's more on the middle side or a little smaller. She would have had brown hair, and I'm feeling like she would have put her hair back or it was short, as I see her here. I feel also that she was a person that was very compassionate and very wise. She, the way I feel in her presence is that I'm very aware of my surroundings. It's almost like I feel like I'm a teacher, somebody that we can all teach in different ways. But she had a way about her that was comforting. And I feel my sense is around, she's showing me around the heart area here. It could even be where maybe perhaps cancer, but around the heart here, in the area of her passing. I believe that she wasn't that old before she passed to the spirit side. I feel that she was possibly, and this is where you want to be, we can be flexible. I'm saying maybe 68 up to 70 or something like this. And I feel also that she's showing me that she was somebody that either wrote letters or was maybe that was part of her work. I'm not clear 100% on that, but I'm seeing writing here with her. And so she was sort of somebody that perhaps was reflective and introspective also. And maybe she even, was, contemplating writing a sorry to somebody, or a letter or something, and it just didn't come out right. And I see her just crumbling the paper and put it. She could be very well a writer for all I know, but I feel like there's a need for her to get out to somebody here on the earth plane that she's very sorry. I'm being in her energy and feeling her. I'm not sure what she's sorry about, because I don't feel like she would purposely do anything to anybody, but I'm feeling now that I'm hearing her now say, it wasn't that, it was that I'm sorry that I had to leave at such an early time and age. And I feel that this funnels to a gentleman. So I feel like this information goes to a gentleman, and I feel like what she realizes it took an awful lot for you to get your feet back on the ground. And she wants you to use your talents, that she's saying that you're very talented, and that she wants you to utilize these talents now. So it's like fix-it jobs. I see possibly hammer, so forth. So somebody that's possibly could do fix-up jobs, or a carpenter or something like that. I feel like she's saying, don't forget that you have these innate talents. And she comes in with lots of love, and just reaches out to you. And I feel like she's saying that she touches you often. And I hope whoever's out there can place this. And I'm feeling a Paul, but it could be a P initial. Don't take the name exactly if it doesn't fit. That was a father, and yet a doctor. And I don't get him, I get him under 6 feet. I get him grayish hair. He has still had hair on his head here, and he's in a white coat, and he would have possibly done surgery. And I get him in the surgery room, and then he's showing me him relaxed in his home. I'm feeling that he would have had at least a couple of grandkids. I'm feeling him very relaxed when he was on the home, and he's showing me himself in like boat shoes or relaxing shoes, and just being comfortable there too. I'm getting an E initial with this person. It could be anybody in the family or somebody connected to them, to him. I'm getting him as, what I'm feeling is that it was a shock to the body, how he passed to spirit. I feel like he had a heart attack, because the way I'm pulling back and pulling in here. And it was just, there was no, I feel that there were people around when he had this heart attack. And I feel like he was, they were desperately trying to revive him. I'm getting a female and a male and the kids there, so whoever this might go out to, he's coming through. I feel he wasn't that old before he passed in the spirit side. Possibly under 70 or in at least 70. And I feel also that he had a great personality, and I am showing me that he would have liked the piano, he would have liked music. I don't know if he played it, but I'm hearing it, and there's a connection with that. And I'm feeling that he's showing me a map, okay? So he's showing me a map here, and I feel that it's possible that the person this goes to is possibly thinking about a move in the future, and there's a place that perhaps you even had talked about with him that you're actually thinking of going to. So as he comes in with this message, always with you, and he wants to say dad, so lots of love and blessings to who this may go to. Okay, so let's see who's stepping in here. I feel a gentleman that's stepping in from the spirit side. Frank, that is a name I'm getting. I'm getting also that he had a lot of back problems when he went to this. He morphed into from the young to the old here, and all of a sudden I'm having back problems, and I was pretty unsteady. I'm feeling a good-sized gentleman. I'm feeling a gentleman that perhaps the old school where you used to wear the suspenders to keep the pants up. And I feel also he's funny too, because he's saying I was like a rocket star. You know, he knew that he was well liked within the family and that he was cared for by everyone. And I feel like there was either 5 or 6 in the family that he's talking about. I feel like I started also having some headaches in here. I'm feeling also that he's, my breathing was off, my head, my back, things just started to fall apart. I feel that he was very inventive, and I feel that he also either liked to fly or actually possibly had flown in planes or liked planes, something about planes, or he might have been, because I see planes here also, like planes in the sky. So he's coming in and he's laughing because he's showing me now that there would have been times where we were on the water or in a boat, and he's taking some things out of the cooler, and those good times that we used to have, those great times, and where we could kick up our feet and really fish and have a great time. And he's got a great smile, and there was a picture, showing me a photo with him smiling in the boat, okay? So whoever this goes to, I'm sure you can place it, and I feel in the message that he liked to say, even though what is happening around us, this will pass. And the life is fast. So enjoy even though. Pretend you have the water and the boat inside. He just is giving his cheerleading like he would do if he was still here on this earth plane here. So hope. Don't give up hope. Lots of love and blessings to that message who goes there. I'm getting a gentleman that's singing Danny Boy. It's an Irish song. And he was a dapper kind of guy. I'm like slick. I'm thin, not teen. I'm thin, good shape, and I'm maybe 5'8", 5'9", and I have a twinkling blue eyes and nice hair. I still have my hair. I'm coming in a suit. And he liked music. He wants to start picking up with dancing here. He really enjoyed music. And he really was like an entertainer in his own way. So he was a person that brought a lot of comfort and solace. He's showing me, he'd be the kind of guy, some guys will wrestle with the change in their pocket. I feel sometimes he would do that. But he really had style and charisma. And he knew it. And his family enjoyed him very much. I feel that his passing had to do something. He's either alluding to Christmas time was a special time, or that might have been when things went down for him, okay? When he was feeling him just like almost disabled. Something really happened where he either perhaps had a stroke or something like this, because I'm feeling my body is not aligned, it's not working as well. And I feel that there's an initial J coming in again, and may not go to the person, may go to the person, may go to somebody around here, so open up to that. I feel that, I feel like he too enjoyed music, because I'm seeing music in front of me, like notes. I don't know if he played, but I want to put that out to you. I feel that stamps, somebody here either collects stamps, or he collects stamps, or somebody in the family did, because I'm seeing all these stamps and a collection of that. I'm feeling also the silver dollars. I'm feeling also Jack, J. So at this time, the presence of him is coming in to bring the comfort and solace to the family members that are here, and that this is the time to make up little stories and share, and like we used to in the back of the old day when we would do fun things like that. I feel too, hold on. It's again, they're coming to us to give us comfort, and to hold on to the many things that still hold on to your dreams. It isn't the end. It's a new beginning. And there's lots of love and blessings from the spirit side. So now I have another woman that's stepping in beside, a large woman, meaning is she's taller than me. She's got a good sized hips, and her hair was possibly either curled or permed, and it's brown with a little bit of lightness to her. Okay, and she's, she's, I would say box on here a little bit, and I really like her. She dressed kind of, sort of old-fashioned, proper is more like it, where the skirt was to the knee and nylons in sort of the shoes, the granny shoes, but not real granny shoes, but shoes that were, she was a hard worker. I feel like she was somebody that got in, when she was around, if somebody needed help, I'm getting right in there and I'm doing the dishes. I'm going to help you with this. I feel like she was a helper. She was almost like, it's funny because I feel like I asked her, like almost saintly, but she laughed at that, because she could have been considered she could be considered by others as somebody that was thought of as almost like a nun. She should have been a nun. But, she says, nah, I wouldn't be a nun. I broke a lot of the rules. Anyway, so she is really compassionate as she comes forward here. I feel that, God, she showed me her lower organs here. Things started to happen in her lower organs, and it kind of I feel like there's a cancer with her or something that took her slowly into the spirit side. And lilacs were very important to her. So she's telling her family and loved ones here on this side that smell the lilacs, they'll be coming soon. I'll be there with the silver spoon. She had a way of words also. So she is possibly the person that with a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. And there's lots of love and blessings from the spirit side with her. And she comes in with rainbows. So if you see rainbows, that's her. And now we're grateful for this opportunity. As I step back into the rest of our service, and that would be the closing. We all have an opportunity to come from our higher knowing that only love is real. If we see somebody in despair, bring them up into the light. I appreciate any prayers that you send my mother, my beautiful mother, who was like a Florence Nightingale on this earth plane. Pray for her highest evolution for her. And I appreciate that so much as we send out all the prayers today to each and every mother, father, brother, sister, child, cousin, uncle, brother, all the world. Send love out, and it will truly come back to you tenfold. Be in peace, stay safe, and follow the protocol. God's blessings. Thank you.